Hello, my peoples. It is Monday, February 28th, 2022. I was going to get this out earlier, but right when I kind of went to do it, probably around 5:30 or 6, I got a call from an old friend, and I guess this friend had an episode this weekend where he blacked out drunk, and I don't know if there are things that he doesn't remember doing, or maybe things he doesn't want to remember doing, but his world's been kind of turned upside down a little bit. He's not in any trouble with the law, but his wife's definitely not happy. Kids are upset, those kind of things. And this has been happening more and more and more, like even a few times a year frequency. But you guys know how it is after 5, 10 years, 15 years of that. At some point, people start having breaking points. It's just a cycle. And he needed some advice, or just needed some guidance. And like, he's questioning, like, oh, have you ever had anxiety? And like, if so, like, is there a medicine for that? And I'm like, well, of course I've had anxiety. I've no full-blown panic, and there are medicines for that. But in my experience, those medicines, they only work for so long, and I don't even know why they work. Maybe they work only because psychologically, you're taking something that is supposed to make you feel better. So for a little while, you actually do feel better, but eventually, like, you don't feel the way you want to feel. And like, drugs and alcohol are a symptom of what is really going on, like really going on. And I think in his situation, which I know I have a few friends that are kind of facing this right now, I just turned 49, so all my, a lot of friends are around my age. And I think it's very common for people probably between the ages of 35 to 55, I don't know, to maybe realize that they get one shot, they get one life, and maybe they're not living the way they want to, or they think they should, or feel like they're just maybe facing their mortality on some level, or realizing that they're not living for themselves, they're living for other people. And like, especially with sobriety, like, getting sober for another person, like, it just doesn't work. And it sounds selfish, but the bottom line is I think it's around this age where people maybe wake up to the idea that if they're not happy, nobody's going to be happy. And so you have to, as a human, we have to live for ourselves first. Put yourself first. I know that sounds selfish, but it's not selfish. Because if you do it, and you do it with, authentically and genuinely, like, you're going to take care of yourself. You're going to protect yourself. You're going to be aware of who you're around, what content you're putting in your mind, like, all of it, because you want to take care of yourself, and everyone in your orbit is going to benefit because you're going to feel better. And it's a process. It's not like, I know he called, he wanted to know, like, if there was a medicine he could take, and like, 5 milligrams of Valium and everything's wonderful. No, that's just not going to be the way it is. Like, it takes a while, and it takes, in in my opinion, it takes bravery. You've got to be able to look at yourself, and you've got to ask a lot of questions and keep hunting for answers, and everybody's answer is going to be different. But I do think there are a few things that are in common, which is that for a person to be happy, which really nobody is really looking for happy as much as they're looking for peace. Because happiness is like a fleeting feeling, and you could easily confuse that with excitement or pleasure or just like all that. But that's not really the mindset you could function, work, be responsible. I don't know, just 24/7. Maybe some people could, but I think it's peace that people are after. And I think that peace is what he is after in his state when he's feeling really down and beat up and beaten on himself, is he's looking for peace. And it's been my experience that in order to get that peace, a person needs a relationship, their own personal relationship with their own personal God, whatever that is, their own higher power, their own heavenly Father, their own universe, their own whatever you want to call it, like spirit in the sky, whatever. I mean, a relationship with something bigger than themselves. And I know he has a issue with that. He labels himself as agnostic or atheist or something like that, which I don't think like that. And so I don't really know how to, you can't just tell him, oh, you got to believe in God. Because if I say God, I don't even know what he's thinking. Like, he's picturing something in his mind that I'm not talking about, and so he's going to have to look. And what I tried to impress upon him is that maybe this weekend is horrible, and maybe he is feeling horrible right now, but maybe this is exciting. Maybe this is a clearing. Maybe this is a spot where everything lined up, that this could be the last time that his wife is upset with him. And this could be the last time that he's ashamed of himself. This could be the last time that the kids are walking on eggshells because they know mom and dad aren't getting along. This could be it. Like, it's over. Like, all that's over. And all he has to do is be open to the idea. And if you're open to the idea, and if you're even just fake it, even if you just pretend and fake it and say a half-assed, insincere prayer, but you ask God, I don't even know what he's thinking. I don't know who you'd be praying to. It doesn't even matter. But if he were just to create it with his word, like, help me. Like, I just believe that he'll get help. And does that mean abracadabra, boom, it's all over? No, it means that there's a clue. And if he just follows the clues, and something told him to call me, so he is listening to something. He thought of me. I don't know why he thought of me, but whatever it is, I'm glad he did. And so I told him that he should ask for help. And then I sent him the link to my favorite Wayne Dyer conversation. It's about an hour long, but he touches on so many things. I probably listen to this at least once a week just because I get something new out of it every week. It's just, that guy's my dude. So just like, it makes sense to me, but it may not make sense to him. But maybe it will just lead him to what will make sense to him. And I really tried to build him up and help him remember that, yeah, okay, maybe he acted like an a-hole this weekend, but he's not a total a-hole. Like, he has a good job. He's got kids that are able to play flag football and basketball and get good grades, and like bikes to ride and nice clothes to wear. Like, so despite of all him being the way he has been, he's been able to create a life for his family. And what would his life be like if he could remove some of those known hurdles? Like, what would that look like? That's exciting. That's exciting. Like, it could be wide open. It could be whatever he wanted it to be, because now he no longer has those hurdles. But he'll have to decide that, and we'll see how it goes. But I felt really grateful that I was in the position to be on this end of the phone call, because there have been many times where I'm on that end of the phone call, and I'm grateful that I gotta maybe put a few breadcrumbs on the trail that will lead him maybe to peace. Maybe there's a chance, at least maybe. And if there's a chance, anything's possible. And that's exciting. So that's why I didn't get out the video earlier. But other than that, great day. Hit my recovery meeting first thing in the morning. Traded for a while. Busy day in Solar World. Got all kinds of stuff going on. And then worked out. It's just been pretty much a full throttle Monday, but a good, nice paced, not overwhelming, just busy. Talked to my parents. They're in Missouri, checking things out, having a good time with some extended family. And so a good day. I hope you've had a good Monday. I hope everything's going good in your world. And I hope that if there's anybody in your orbit that may need help, that they call you and you get to help them, because it's a good feeling when you get to help another person. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Have a good night.